Muslim, Christian, Jew, Hindu, Buddhist, and atheist, one, two, and all in between. This is for the absolute positive, good God, and truth of you, only crossing bigger and better. At the smallest point of all things that we know of existence, of energy and matter, right, is the Planck length, okay? And up from the Planck length, we know that inside of gluons, right, or quarks, okay, or energy of polarity, positive and negative, okay. Now, we know that those quarks come together with gluons, right, to create atoms, right, and we know that those quarks come together, right, to create neutrons, okay. Now, an atom is two up quarks of energy, right, and one down quark of energy, okay. And a neutron is two down quarks of energy and one up quark of energy, okay. So you have to know, right, no matter what, that neutron is always negatively deficient of a proton, okay. So, back to what I was telling you. So you take these energies, right, now you got the neutron, you got the proton, right, and then you got the electron, which is all static, twisted, scattered, undefined energy of time and space, right, that hasn't either come to the point of the proton, which is E equals mc squared, which is the bigger and better of all shape, form, or mass, one applied to the here and now of reality check, right, or to the neutron, which is the neutral of nothing, the absolute bigger, better here and now, good God and truth of nothing, just negative of a proton, right? And outside of an atom, right, this neutron's always in a state of decay and disintegration. 2, 1, nothing, just negative, static, twisted, scattered, undefined energy of it. And through the proton, right, it is stabilized by the higher energy of it, because all things more positive with energy are stated good as truth. And that is the absolute bigger, better here and now of them than a negative, the one nothing of them, okay? The absolute bigger, better, good God and truth of a neutron without being overwhelmed by a proton, right? And captured as a circuit of energy of an atom. Okay, now, so we went through all of these energies from the Planck scale all the way up to the atom, through the neutrons, protons, quarks, gluons. Okay, the gluons, they help the binding matter of it. I could go into details about it, but there's color codes for them, and depending on their colors, depending on their spin and how they're applied to this atom. But for the all parts of this, we're just going to say, right, they bring it all to the point of a circuit, okay. And that Planck length is a circuit that's more positive than negative. That proton is a circuit of energy that is more positive than negative, right? The static, twisted, scattered, undefined energy of time and space, right, is a circuit of energy that is the bigger and better of a proton. The only absolute thing, right, of its own that is not the absolute bigger and better of the circuit of energy of a proton applied to a bigger, better reality of an atom as a building block is a neutron. Okay, the neutron is always negatively deficient of the proton. Okay, now, if that's a fact of God, check, right? And the only way you or any energy or any matter of any energy, right, can stay existing, right, is one more positive than all negativity, right? Then you have to know that the negative energy of that neutron has to be nothing to you, only stabilized by the higher protonic energy of the atom and evolved of all you are. Because if not, you're just a body of radioactive neutrons, right? Static, twisted, scattered, blindly undefined, crossing with faith at any time, right? To the circuitry of nothing, man. Just the static, twisted, scattered, undefined energy and matter of the cosmos, okay? Now, wherever anything is stated more positive than negative in this positive universe, right, it is stated good as truth. And that good as truth only has it adding up to an absolute bigger, better, here and now of its shape, form, and mass than all negativity. And if not, it's not bad. There's no neutral way of it, right? It's just negatively deficient of one more positive to be good as truth, the absolute bigger and better than all negativity of it, the one nothing of it. E equals mc squared. The more energy you positively apply to something, the more good it is as truth to the absolute bigger, better of its here and now shape, form, and mass, inbody of its matter. And the more negative you are to something, right, is the more the good God and truth of that is crossing with decay and disintegration, right? The good truth of nothing to the bigger and better of the here and now shape, form, and mass. Just the negative way of it. All, right? Negativity is only stated faithfully, okay? Because all faith state that things cross neutral, right, or bad, and both are a lie. Them fools all got to just do more positive than their negatives to be good as true. Okay? Vishnu, Shiva, Brahman, the Brahma energy, and Buddha are all one same deity head. They are a deity head of faith, right? And all faith, even at its most positive energy, right, is negatively deficient because they don't know, no faith knows that that's the absolute good God and truth of them, only crossing to the here and now, bigger and better, to the good truth of their shape, form, and mass, right? Embodied matter. You can't suffer up out of existence, decay, disintegrate, or die of that rightful, truthful way. But because Shiva tried to state that he was the neutron, right, of an atom, right? Nobody, since the beginning of time, has been taking all they are of negative energy and just crossing it more positive to add up good as truth. Listen to me. If I have one positive and I take away one positive, I have the neutral nothing. I just have one negative of one positive here and now. You understand? And Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahman, okay, are all negatively deficient godheads of Buddha, because Buddha is Vishnu. I don't care what anybody says. And Buddha believes that you have to die in order to live, that your enlightenment comes from dying. That's insanity. Listen to me. To rot with decay and disintegration, negatively static, twisted, scattered, blind out of your mind, right? That's why I don't meditate. Is insane and deranged. Listen to me. Go do something more positive with your life. Add up good as truth. Let that be the absolute bigger, better, here and now energy and circuit of the good God and truth of your atoms, a shape, form, and mass, only crossing to a bigger, better, here and now of reality shit. Because all else, right, are these faithful tools. Brahman, Vishnu, Shiva, Krishna, Buddha, and yeah, okay, all these faiths have positive variables, but that's all they are, because they don't know that that's the good truth of them. None of these fools knew that to only be good as truth and to stay good as truth, right, is to only add up more positive than negative always, right? It's the absolute bigger and better here and now of all negativity. And this is how inferior they are, because that's the easiest thing to understand in reality. They got a first math problem on all creation of existence incorrect. And now they don't know, now their descendants don't know how to act. It's the static, twisted, scattered, blind, undefined way of this faithful world, and it comes from Pistis Sophia. She was a primordial atom that split negatively deficient. And when she did, right, everything that she was of negative energy, right, that went to the neutron, right, is a snake on all things positive and good as God, as truth, to the bigger and better here and now of all reality. And all things positive energy, there's no snake to that. Listen, What's a snake about being positive and good to something? Nothing in reality check. It's only the bite of a negative charge to the here and now of your reality check, man, that causes that snake of electricity, man. After it goes through that neutronic matter, right? To cause it to become a bite of a deadly way on you. And every time you cross negative with negativity, you are backfiring yourself, just like Pistis Sophia, reverse engineering yourself, a neutronic matter, right? To one neutral nothing of you here and now. And your money can't save you, your bombs can't save you, your bullets can't save you. You hear me? The only thing that can save you, right, is only bowing and submitting, rightfully, truthfully, to the full thief, man, God and King of all I am. Come get at me any way you can, besides the TV, man. Because I'm going to tell you something. I come to you through the internet, but it's the only way I had to contact any of you fools. Now, I watched the show on the United Nations. We know that G7 runs the world, man. You fools need to get at me. What, you don't like what I said to you when I sent you messages? You may not like a lot of things I say to you, but you state my lie. You'll never do it. And guess what? I'll tell you what, because you can't do it, right? I can always keep you alive bigger and better than your negatives if you just come and apply to the good God and truth of all I am. Listen to me, there's no such thing as good faith. All faith is a static, twisted, scattered, blind, undefined lie, right? It is a gamble and a crapshoot on all things good as truth, only crossing to the absolute bigger, better, here and now view, more positive and good. There's no such thing as what you call the afterlife. I want to explain something to you. When you die one way, negatively deficient of one more positive to be good as truth, okay? Now, that more positive to be good as truth is the energy, the E equals MC square of you, right? Holding you together, right? All your atoms, right? Holy and solid to make your shape, form, and mass, only to the bigger, better here and now of you, right? So you got to know when you die and you become so negative that even a booger won't stick to you, man, right? That all the energy that you were of existence has just crossed a negative, a reverse on its own matter, right? As decay and disintegration to one nothing of you here and now, right? Forevermore. That's the afterlife of you. You hear me? You've turned to such a rotted, negative thing that even boogers won't stick to you. You hear me? And that's a fact of God check, waiting to be reabsorbed to an absolute bigger, better here and now view. That's God, truth, and reality check. Listen to me. Again, all faith, right, is a biased demiurge, right? It's a biased demonic urge of biased controlling fools, right, who can't man up and steal their lives back, right, and only do more positive than the negatives of them always, to keep their circuit of energy of all things they are from the Planck line of all time and space, right, to the atoms of all we are, all the parts of the atoms of all we are, right, to the bigger, better of their shape, form, mass. They can't keep it one good circuit of energy, right? They have no mind to only cross all things they are, negative back one more positive and good. And it's all because of Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma, Buddha, Krishna, and every Hindu faith there is, because none of them are the good God and truth of the absolute bigger and better of nothing. You hear me? And if you don't like how that sounds, right, state my lie. You will never ever do it, and you will only destroy yourselves to it. And that is a fact of God check. That is God, truth, a reality check. Peace.